Aloha everyone, and welcome to Function and Flow. Here we go again. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and well, we get to make it even better for you. So let's go ahead and start by first off bringing our eyes on up, because we know that when we bring our eyes on up, what happens? Our body follows. Wherever we look, our body tends to follow. So when we're talking about posture, alignment, balance, all these different things throughout the time that we have together, always remember one of the quickest, easiest ways to be able to achieve that, to enjoy that, well, bring your eyes on up. Everything else just follows right into place. So let's do that. Eyes on up, chin comes on up. That creates a pocket, because what's that? Once your chin comes on up, what happens? It brings it back over the shoulders, which allows the shoulders to relax down into the back line. I'm putting a little extra arch in my back, just for example, but what's going on is that just by bringing that chin on up, once again, it allows the shoulder blades to drop down into that neutral positioning. From there, you go ahead and just shake a leg on out, shake the other leg on out. You're doing this real gently. What you're doing is literally moving your hip, your femur, your hip bone, back into the posterior, So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be bringing them back to where they belong. Activating those glutes, pulling those hip bones back into that neutral positioning. Go ahead and put a slight bend in your knees, your weight comes back onto your heels, and then you bring your eyes back on up. What happened? You were probably watching what was going on. There you go. Bring those eyes back on up, and you'll find that you can just bring your balance back onto those heels, and you just take the pressure off of those knees. You allow your body just to lift that much easier. Let's go ahead and fine tune that balance. So go ahead and bring your attention to the front of your body, bring it to the back, and then straight on down through. It's like literally something just comes right down through your body and holds you perfectly vertical. And you can always move, you can always shift, don't worry about that. Never feel stuck. Always be willing to move. That's what you're going to be doing anyways, right? So having your body in that vertical positioning, same thing with our head. You bring your eyes on up, chin comes on up. That already alleviates the pressure in through that neck and through the shoulders. Attention to the front, attention to the back, straight on down through and all the way down through your body. So we're going to go ahead and start untying some knots here. So what you're going to do, you focus right here at the front of your throat and allow your neck to literally extend. Let it literally open on up. It's just like a flower, the stem coming on up. Your face, you can be a big shiny flower if you like to. Even smile if you want to. And giving yourself that room, because by opening up the body, now things can move that much easier. You exhale, using this as your pivot point, your head just gently comes forward and then eases on back. And we continue. Here we go. So you're breathing in through your nose, deep down into your stomach, right off the get-go. You're creating that chemical nitric, not nitrous, but nitric oxide, which actually literally enlarges your veins, capillaries, arteries. I mean, it literally lets more blood, oxygen, healing, and health easily flow through your body. So as you continue to open on up, bring your head on up, chin coming on up, you go ahead and allow your head just to tilt over to one side, ease over to the next. So by breathing into your stomach, allow yourself just to relax as you exhale. And as a matter of fact, the longer that you're willing to just breathe out, the more that your body will relax. Even now, breathe out, let your head just gently roll on forward, over to the other side, back and around, and you just continue to just breathe in through your nose, deep down into your belly, and as you breathe out, you can go and just reverse directions and feel things just moving smoother and smoother. That exhalation, every time we breathe out, you literally relax your body. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Breathe in, what happens? We tend to bring tension in. When you breathe out, your body naturally relaxes. Bring your head straight on up. We go ahead and reset our posture. It's just a good thing to do this over and over again, because the more that you pay attention to how you're standing, where the parts are, the healthier you are going to be. Plain and simple. So you go ahead, you bring your eyes on up, chin comes on up, and now it's just like dominoes. Everything falls into place. Your shoulder blades relax down into your back line now that you've taken the tension off of your neck and your shoulders. That literally releases, just consider this. If your shoulder blades are up here, look how long the muscles are all the way along that back line, right? And if our shoulders are like this all day long, whatever it may be, well, that means those muscles are constantly under tension. By bringing those shoulder blades back into their proper positioning, you are literally shortening all those muscles, all the way in through that back line, down into your pelvis, actually all the way down to your soles. One thing is connected to another. Everything connected to another inside of you. So, as you release those shoulder blades down, that allows you to once again shake a leg on out, shake a leg on out, so that your hip bones are literally able to reset deeper and deeper into that backside. Go ahead and activate your glutes, as a matter of fact. Literally feel your hip bones being pulled back, and you can relax the muscles across your thighs, across your hip flexors, your abdomen, allowing that to happen easier and easier. You can go ahead and put a slight bend in your knees. You bring your weight back on your heels. Your eyes come back on up so your chin comes back on up. Yep. From there, you rotate your hands so that your palms face forward. What happens when we do that? We literally drop the shoulder blade deeper down into the back line, which relaxes these muscles even that much more, while at the same time taking tension away from your shoulders so that as you breathe out, they can just naturally just rise on up, literally float right on up. The softer, the gentler that you go through all these motions, all these actions, all these movements, the easier it is for you. What's health about? It's about doing something hard or making things easy. As you relax those elbows down, you go ahead and even rotate your hands so that your thumbs point backwards, dropping the shoulder blades even deeper. And then you can exhale and begin gently rolling up, back, down, and around. And you continue to do so. And you can even literally imagine strings tied to those hands, and they just lift them up and around for you. Literally, the more you relax right now, the better you're going to feel. And you can discover that it doesn't take very much at all to do this movement, right? And as you relax more, those tendons, those muscles, those ligaments, they're able to find their places, find their spaces where they belong. As you breathe out, let those hands come down to your sides. They gently float on up in front of you, where you gently shake them on out. I mean, so softly. It's just like the dandelions with all the seeds. And if you shake them too hard, they all scatter. Well, you want to be even softer than that. And then you can go ahead and gently shake one finger and another. Just move it. And just show yourself how relaxed you can be as you just breathe out longer and longer, and bring those hands together and just gently let them begin rotating around. By the way, go bring your eyes back on up. Chin comes on up. Shoulder blades relax down and back, relaxing through that back line. And that actually relaxes the tension, releases the tension in through those hands, through those arms, through those fingers. Simply by bringing things back into their proper place. You exhale, you reverse your actions, and you allow things to go even softer, even easier. And as you allow that to happen, that relaxation extends all the way through your arms, shoulders, down through the rest of your body. Remember, one thing is tied to another, connected to another, as an elbow just floats on up, your hands following, elbow, comes on down. Now this time, as it comes on up, bring your eyes up, please. Your chin on up as well. There you go. That creates that pocket. Relax those shoulder blades down into that back line. You can scratch your hips, do all that great stuff as well. Eyes on up. You exhale. Your hands literally float on up above you. And then you can just literally feel your body just hanging off of those hands. And not even those hands are being lifted by something else, and your arms relax, your shoulder blades relax, all the way down that back line. You can release all the muscles that you thought that you had to activate before, and you can find your body just relaxing that much deeper. Your spine releasing, hips, pelvis, all the way down to your soles. And as you breathe out, those hands are gently lowered down beside you, carried across. They rise on up above, and they continue all on their own. You can literally imagine, once again, a string just lifting those hands and doing all the work for you. You can breathe out, bring your eyes on up, and relax your shoulder blades even deeper into your back line. Be curious, be playful. How easy can you make it as you reverse directions and find yourself moving in all manners and all directions? Breathing out, enjoying that more and more. You go ahead and bring your hands right on up in front of you, and you're going to bring your thumbs and your pinkies together. You're going to bring your thumbs into your sternum, and then we're going to set up our posture once again. A balance, basically. Putting the pieces in the right place. Your eyes come on up, chin comes on up. There's that pocket for your shoulder blades. Then just ease on down in. You gently shake out a leg, gently shake out a leg. Activate your glutes. Feel those hip bones being pulled back into the posterior, allowing at the same time room for your pelvis to come into that neutral position. When our hip bones are pulled forward, that actually puts a tilt in our hips, juts our backside out this way. When we bring our hip bones in the proper placement, the pelvis comes into that neutral position. Well, you not only are more structurally stable, but you lose your backside. But it's like bending your knees, weight back on your heels. Eyes come back on up, and as you exhale, your hands extend out away from you. Gently, gently. The softer you can do this, the better. Why am I saying that? Because if you're working hard, if you're really stretching, well, more than likely you're putting a lot of tension in your body. Tension equals a restraint. It holds you back. And if you have locked up muscles and whatnot, well, you're already trying to combat that, right? So by relaxing your body, even now, exhale, allow those palms to extend out in front of you. By exhaling, you release that tension in your body, and you allow yourself to move through these positions that much easier and smoother. It literally keeps you present in time. It's the WD-40 of the body. By breathing out, you relax those muscles, and you can move that much easier, that much smoother. Even now, as you exhale, you allow those hands just to float on up above you. Eyes come on up, chin comes on up. You relax your shoulder blades down into that back line. Get set. Hips, why not? Slight bend on knees, weight back on those heels, activate those glutes even. And that creates a bit of a seat for you anyway, so it's a good thing to do. And then with your eyes up, you exhale, your hands just float on up above you once again. And you can gently just reach. And at the same time, you can gently just breathe out. Relax your arms, your shoulders. Once again, it's just like you're just hanging there, and your whole body just relaxes all the way down through your ribs, down your back line, your spine, abdomen, hips, pelvis, thighs, all the way down to your soles. You bring your eyes on up, and as you exhale, you release those hands, gently twist, reach, gently twist, reach, exhale, let those hands come floating all the way down. And we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves all the way down onto all fours, hands and knees nice and wide apart. So once again, you're looking to create space in your joints. So your shoulder sockets, your hip joints, the more space that you're able to create, the easier it is to move. And we continue on. All right. So what you're doing at this point in time is literally opening up your hands, opening up your knees. You're creating space in the shoulder sockets and the hips so that you can literally just move your body in all manners and all directions. And I want you to be curious about what can you do right now to allow you to feel even better than you already do. And as you do that, you can go ahead and relax your head all the way down. Across your face, eyes, cheeks, jaw. Your eyebrows, in between your eyebrows, your forehead. It's like the ears just slip away. Up over your scalp, over your ears, back of your head, through your neck. Now remember, you're exhaling longer and longer, and you find that you just relax that much more. Literally, I don't believe that we necessarily exhale near as much as we should. Most people, they'll take a big breath in and they'll kind of let a little bit out. That means you're holding on to tension. The more, the longer you're willing to breathe out, the more tension, the more stories that you release and let go. So as you relax your head down, you take a wonderful breath in through your nose, deep down into your hips. And as you exhale, just like dominoes, your spine just begins to relax up through your neck,
in between those shoulders, literally washes all the way over your shoulders, and then one vertebrae at a time in between those shoulders, they just begin releasing down into that mid-back. It's like one vertebrae, it's just like snap, clicks on, off, and all the muscles that are attached literally just go to sleep. They literally just reset. You find yourself able to relax all the way down now. You breathe deeper and deeper. You exhale more and more. And your lower back releases, relaxes, and it moves down to your lumbar, tick, tick, tick. And you feel your belly just able to hang down that much lower. You just find yourself that much more comfortable as it continues down through your lumbar, all those muscles connected, and then even down your coccyx, your tailbone. One of those at a time, those muscles all the way across your backside, just releasing and letting go, even all the way down to your very core, down to your hips, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, ankles, top, feet, all the way down to your soles. From there, you can go ahead and gently begin rotating those shoulders up towards your ears, back, down, and around. Now as you do this, you can even imagine your body just being just like a hammock. Literally, your arms and legs easily able to support you. And your body, your torso, your pelvis is just like that hammock. And you find that you can just float all the way up and you can relax all the way down. Literally, imagine your body being just like that piece of fabric and just so relaxed, just hanging there, and a breath of wind comes along and it lifts you all the way on up, gently moving through, continuing, and as you do so, you breathe out longer and longer. You find your body relaxing more and more. You change directions and you find that you can be that much smoother, even in different manners and different ways. You breathe in, fill your belly with all that wonderful oxygen, healing and health. You exhale and you just relax that much deeper. As you bring your weight back onto your knees, and go ahead, gently shake those hands on out. Gently place them out in front of you. Remember how relaxed they were a moment ago? Right back to that again. And by the way, remember, you can always point your fingers in different directions, turn your hands in different directions. That'll put your wrists in different positions, shoulders different positions. Find the positions that allow you to feel good now. So having that for yourself, and you can always change, right? Go ahead and relax your body down and gently begin rocking forward and back. Now as you're doing this, if you like, you can go ahead and just relax your fingers all the way down through those palms, those wrists, forearms, all the way to your shoulders, all the way down to your soul. And at the same time, if you like, you can go ahead and engage your entire body, bringing your chest forward, and at the same time, just dropping even deeper and deeper on that backside. It's all up to you. The more that you're willing to just listen to your body, what feels good, the more fun you have. As we begin rotating around in a circle, so you reach out with that left shoulder, your left hip coming down away from it, feet over to your right, head over to your right. Relax your body all the way. I mean, literally, let out one of those big breaths of air. It's just like, you know what I mean? And you can literally just feel your body just sinking down even deeper in that state of relaxation. Enjoy that. I hope that's why you came here. And as you breathe in, you find that you can fill your ribs up that much more through those obliques. You exhale, your left hip comes in towards that left shoulder. Right hip reaches down away from the right shoulder. Feet over to your left, head on over to your left. Relax your body all the way. Literally, once again, you can let out that big exhalation if you want, or you can just choose to breathe out longer and longer and relax your body more and more. So that as you inhale, you fill yourself up with all that health, that much fuller, and then you exhale, bring that hip down through, shoulder down through, over that other side. And you just continue. Now, as you do so, you can also move your spine in all manners, in all directions. You don't have to just go around. You can let your spine rise on up, reach on up. And remember, breathe out. Allow yourself to be as soft as possible. The softer you are, the less energy you use, and the more that your body is naturally going to go through these positions. As you reverse directions, reaching out with that right shoulder, right hip coming down away, feet to your left, head on over to your left, breathe out, relax your body. Let your spine literally just hang there in those different positions, moving in any manner you choose. And you breathe in, expand, exhale. Let that right hip come on up. Left hip reaches down away from your shoulder, feet to your right, head over to your right. Relax. Let it just hang. You can even move those hips all the way through that spine. Enjoy these different positions. As you breathe in, expand, let that shoulder come down as you breathe out, and you continue to go ahead and just move in all manners and all directions. The more you're willing to explore, the more you're willing to have fun, the easier all this is. What do you want to be healthy for in the first place? To feel good. Feel good now. As you bring your weight back onto your heels, you go ahead and shake those hands if you like. Turn them so that your fingers point back towards you. Gently bring whatever leverage that you like down onto them, and just allow yourself once again to move through in all manners, in all directions. Just rolling gently this way and that. You exhale, relax your fingers, relax your palms, wrists, forearms, shoulders, all the way on up through. And as you do that, you can go ahead and even bring your weight back onto your hands, or heels that is. Left hand, what's it going to be? Left hand palm side down, right hand back side. I was tying my shoelaces. Right arm, sleep. There it goes. All right, now you just roll your body through. And remember, you can do that anytime you want. If you want a limb to just really relax, just let it just go ahead and just sleep, just like that arm. And as you exhale, that arm just slides to your right-hand side. You bring your shoulder down to the ground, and you put a gentle twist in your spine. There you go. Now, just like a baby, I want you to just breathe out and just completely relax your spine. Hips, pelvis, tailbone, lumbar, lower back, mid back, in between them shoulders, all the way to your neck, head, and face. I mean, just let yourself literally just melt all the way down. And you can even move, twist gently, ever so naturally. And at the same time, you can always allow yourself just to reset all the way down. Allow yourself to feel that state of comfort even as you float back on up to all fours. Right hand palm side down. Left hand back side down. Left arm. Sleep. Have fun with it. And then you go in and just roll through it. And you find once again more and more flexibility through that hand, through those fingers. Things just feeling better and better. More and more relaxed as you let that left hand arm slide to your left hand side. You go ahead and bring that shoulder down. Gentle twist in that spine. Come around so you can hear. And you can go ahead and just breathe out and allow yourself just to reset all the way down. You breathe out longer and longer. Your spine relaxes more and more. Your hips, pelvis, tailbone, lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. And now as you just go ahead and breathe out, you can go ahead and reposition yourself in any manners, any ways that you want. And then float right back on up to all fours, where you put yourself in a nice, strong, stable position. Once again, that hammock metaphor, great metaphor. As your arms are nice and solid underneath you. Same thing with your legs. You can open up those hands, those knees, those shoulder sockets, those hip joints. Your body just relaxes all the way down. Your chest down through your pelvis. Relax your head, top of your head, forehead, eyes, cheeks, jaw, ears, back of your head, your neck. You breathe in, breathe out. Just like those dominoes, your vertebrae just literally shut off and relax all the way down. Neck, in between those shoulders, tick, tick, tick. All the muscles connected, just relaxing deeper and deeper. In through your mid back, all the way across and down into your lower back, into your lumbar, your tailbone, literally all those muscles across your backside, you just relax those now. And your hips and pelvis can easily move in any manner of direction. Your thighs, glutes, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, ankles, stuff it all the way down to your sole. Being so fully, wonderfully relaxed that you can go ahead and walk your hands in towards your knees. Your chin comes into your chest, pelvis scoops in underneath, and you float on up into cat position. As you breathe out, it's just like being on a giant exercise ball. You don't have to worry about this one falling over though, and you can roll in any manner, any direction you want. And then you remember that your head is 10 to 12 pounds. 10 to 12 pounds. And literally as you're rolling through, your head may become a little bit heavier and your spine just becomes that much longer. Opening things up easily, naturally, healthily. You exhale, you walk your hands out away from your knees, and you bring yourself down into cow position. So your chin comes on up, you put an arch in your hips, your head moves away from your tailbone, lengthening your spine. Relax your torso down, chin comes on up, eyes come on up, expand your vision, breathe in, breathe out, smile. Yeah, one of my little dogs there in the background, want to be part of it. You go ahead, as you breathe out longer and longer, you can go ahead and just relax your spine more and more. Literally, just let your stomach just hang. You can move your body in any manner, reach out with those ribs if you want to, if you choose to. You're here to move anyway, aren't you? To make changes. You may as well help yourself along. Bring your eyes up even higher, expand that vision even more. Things becoming lighter and brighter. You find that your body's able to shift that much easier as you exhale and bring yourself back on up into cat position. Back your hands in the middle of your back, floating on up, chin coming into your chest, pelvis scooping in underneath. You find yourself just easily able to float. You breathe out longer and longer, and you just become lighter and lighter. Your head becomes heavier and heavier, and your spine just lengthens and opens up. Doctors tell you that cartilage won't grow back in your spine, and they are absolutely right. If it is bone on bone, it will not grow back. You are opening up your spine, and you are creating fertile ground for healing and regrowth. Isn't that a great thing? To exhale and walk your hands out away from your knees, bring yourself back down into cow position. Chin comes on up, arching your hips, head moves away from your tailbone, lengthening your spine. You relax your torso down, shoulder blades coming together, eyes come on up, expand your vision, breathe in, breathe out, smile. What's up with that smile? Well, what happens to your body when you smile? Literally. Go ahead and do it for yourself right now. Test it for yourself. What happens to your body when you smile? What happens to your body when you just breathe out longer and longer? What happens when you're willing to let go of the tensions that you were holding on to previously, probably without even knowing it? And just let yourself reset now. Bring yourself into a neutral position. We're going to go ahead and bring ourselves over onto our backs into foot circles. I'm going to go ahead and change things up here for a moment. I'll be right back. Oh, remember, exhale. All right, and we are back. So, I hope that you've already brought yourself down onto your back. Which direction do we start? Here we go. All right, so you're going to go ahead, you're going to extend your right leg on out. Your left foot's up there by your bottom. You're going to go ahead and slightly turn your knee out, which is going to bring your hip bone in underneath your pelvis. That way, as you slide yourself on up your mat or wherever you happen to be, your pelvis will come in underneath, your lower back will come down to the floor. Your hands out to either side, you roll off to one side, bring your shoulder blade in underneath so it's directly underneath your rib cage. Same thing with the other shoulder. This is neutral position. This is where they belong. Notice how the muscles shorten in your back line and how much comfort you can actually give yourself as you literally just breathe out and relax all the way through, realizing how much shorter those muscles are. how little tension there is on them compared to how they previously were. From there, you're going to go ahead and exhale. Bring your hands down by your hips. Your left knee floats towards your left shoulder. You reach down and then up and around behind it. Scary, got it. You ain't going nowhere. And make yourself comfortable. So hips, anything that you need to do. Because in a moment, I want you to relax as much as you possibly can. Yeah, I mean that. I would love for you to relax as much as you possibly can. One of the easiest ways to do that is just remember a time in the past when you felt wonderful. So totally peaceful, tranquil, so relaxed, so comfortable. You could have been getting a massage, you could have been special place, whatever it may be for you. Bring your attention back to that, and then notice what really stands out to you. For some people, it'll be how things looked. Other people would be how it felt, how things sounded, smelled, tasted. We all have our own preferences. And the more you focus in on the things that really stand out to you, well, the better you get to feel. And as a matter of fact, you can even use your imagination. What would it feel like to feel 10 times better than that? What would happen to you? What would relax? What would let go? What kind of tensions could you just simply cast aside? You don't even have to worry about it any longer. And as you go ahead and do that for yourself right now, even just use your imagination. You can pick it up later if you want to. But for now, go ahead and just let that go. You gave yourself this time to feel good, so go ahead and feel good now as you exhale, a little WD-40, and your left foot just extends out on its own, opening through that shin, ankle, top of the foot. Breathe out, relax, keep all that flexibility, and then imagine a circle at the end of your foot, about 6 inches or so, and you tie your big toe on up to it, and you just allow it to begin rotating around gently and easily. So once again, you want to go ahead and breathe out longer and longer. Release the tensions in your body. Be curious about what you can just go ahead and let go of right now. And as you do that, you'll find that all the tensions in your body just seem to dissipate here and there. And you can even imagine your foot being a hairdryer and your leg being the cord. And you know how tangled up they get sometimes, right? And as you look at it, you realize it just becomes longer and smoother, and you reverse directions. And if you want to make sure that you're not moving it in an uncomfortable manner or uncomfortable way. If you are, back up, do what feels right, what feels good, and then gently expand from that point. You're just simply laying things up in their proper place and allowing yourself to move the way that you're supposed to. You shouldn't have to jam everything into place, right? You go ahead and let your left foot come on down to your bottom. Your right foot slides on up to your bottom. Your left leg extends on out. You gently roll side to side, and that allows your leg to walk down. Literally, you're walking your foot down. It opens up that hip, and it opens up those ribs. Your left foot, or right foot, excuse me, tucked in by your bottom, and your knee slightly pointed outward. You slide yourself on up your mat. Pelvis comes in underneath into that neutral position. This is where our pelvis belongs. All that sitting, it ends up everting our pelvis so that our booty sticks out in the back. And we think we got too much, but in reality, a lot of time our pelvis just is in the improper position, and it's just sticking it out there. By bringing your pelvis into a neutral position, you bring things back to where they are, and things look back to normal for you. Go ahead, bring your hands down, or shoulder blades. Roll off to one side, shoulder blade. Roll off to the other side, that shoulder blade. Your hands come down by your hips. You exhale, your knee floats towards your chest. You reach down, which keeps the shoulder blades in the back line by reaching down first. Not up and over, right? So you reach down, then up and around behind that knee. Secure, got it, ain't going nowhere. Make yourself nice and comfy. Once again, I would love for you to relax as much as you possibly can. Many of you watching this has done that over and over and over again. You become very good at it. And the more you practice something, well,
the better you get at it. And when it's something that, well, it just feels good, why wouldn't you just practice this all day long? A simple matter of just relaxing your body all the way down, using your imagination. Once again, you can even imagine yourself, an image of yourself, a feeling, a sound, whatever it may be, of yourself as your most tranquil, peaceful self. Just truly being free of all the tensions, all the worries, literally able to just float, to just simply be yourself. And by exhaling longer and longer, you literally let go the tensions that are locked in the body. Great book called The Body Keeps the Score. Literally, whenever we suffer any manner, anyway, it doesn't even have to be suffering, just life experiences, we literally hold them in our body. Injuries, well, we keep limps, we stay, we don't walk the way that we're supposed to because we broke an ankle at the age of 3, but meanwhile everything is long since healed. When you realize you are healing, you are health, there's so many things that you've grown past, that you've healed from, that allows you just to breathe out, relax, let that right foot extend, opening through that shin, ankle top of the foot. Relax, keep all that flexibility. Imagine that circle at the end of your foot, hit your big toe on up, let it go for that ride. And as it does so, you just breathe out longer and longer, and you find your body just relaxing into that deeper of a state. You have to ask yourself, what are you doing here? Why are you taking this time? And as you answer that question for yourself, I'm hoping that it's happiness, health, all that good stuff. You can go ahead and just relax even deeper and enjoy that. Reverse directions with that foot. And as you do so, breathe out, relax your hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, ankles, top of your feet, all the way down to your soles. You breathe in, and as you breathe out, you go ahead and find the tip of your tailbone and literally let all those muscles relax there. And it continues up your coccyx, so one vertebrae at a time. You feel all those muscles across your backside just release and let go into your lumbar. And you think about all the tension that you may have kept on those regions with those shoulders up around your ears. And because you've repositioned things, you can go in reverse directions with that foot. And you can go ahead and relax your lumbar, your lower back, mid-back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. And that hair dryer, the cord, it's just so long and clean. And kinks come back every now and again, and you're able to easily shake those on out. As you bring your right foot on down to your bottom, your left foot comes on up to your bottom. Knees slightly pointed on out. You can slide yourself up your mat, pelvis scoops in underneath, hands out to either side, roll up to one side, shoulder blade in underneath, roll up to the other side, that shoulder blade in underneath. You can even slide yourself further up your mat. And once again, it'll shorten the muscles even more so in through that back line. It's all up to you, whatever you choose to do for yourself. And at the same time, any of these times you do any of this, exhale. The more you relax your body and softly go through these positions, the easier it's going to be, the healthier it's going to be. Once you've established a new position, then if you want to go ahead and add some tension to it, movement to it, go right ahead. But if you're looking to be able to conserve your energy, just to feel good, breathe out. Way ahead of myself there. Foot on up by your bottom. I miss you guys. Put up there by your bottom. Imagine yourself in that enchanted forest. There you go. And as you do so, see that flower just floating along. You go ahead and you're watching it, and it just gently tilts off to one side. There goes one of your knees, and then you exhale, and there goes the other knee over to that other side. And you just gently allow yourself just to slip below the surface, down into the crystal clear waters, caught up in the current, breathing out, and finding yourself able to easily open on up into frog pose. You scoop your pelvis in underneath. It takes the tension off of your back. And if you choose to, you can just simply just lie there and allow that just to feel better and better. Or you can go ahead and continue to rock gently side to side, allowing that motion, that movement, just to allow you to relax even more. From that point, then you can go ahead and let your left knee just float on up towards the surface. And then it gently comes to rest over on top of your right leg. Your left arm comes over on top of your right. And you go ahead, 3, 2, 1, reset all the way down. Literally relax your body as much as you possibly can. It's like taking a wonderful nap, even being a child again. Remember how it was to take a nap as a child, just how deeply you could go, how peaceful you could be. And even now you can imagine a child doing that and even just feeling that for yourself. Breathe out longer and longer. Relax your body more and more while maintaining that state of relaxation. So the less tension you bring back into your body, the better you're going to feel, right? You're doing all this work to let it go. Why would you bother letting it back in? So as you gently begin sliding over to your left, rolling to your left, just only to move like an inch and then go ahead and stop, breathe out, relax even deeper. Feel your spine just settling all the way down. You go ahead and move a little bit more, breathe out, reset all the way down. Feel your spine relaxing, twisting, unwinding, wringing out as that hand continues along to your chest. And if you like to, you can go ahead and even extend your body a little bit, open up your spine a little bit more, walk your hips down, shoulders on up, whatever you choose. And then you can just breathe out, relax your body all the way. Hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, ankles, top of your feet, all the way down to your soles. Hips, pelvis. Then you find the tip of your tailbone, and you slowly come up your coccyx, literally letting all those muscles across your backside just release, let go into your lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. Your left hand continues to open on up, and it's like your body just literally blossoms open. Hands reaching away from each other. You can reposition yourself in a manner where you just feel good now. Spine unwinding, you breathe out, you enjoy that release, and you just simply let yourself reset all the way down. The more you're willing to just go ahead and relax right now, please, the more benefits that you receive. And even as you move from one position to the next, be curious, how much can you maintain that relaxation as your left knee floats on up towards the ceiling, and then you open on up into frog pose, scooping your pelvis in underneath. Right knee floats on up towards the ceiling, and then your right hand comes over to rest on top of your left hand. 3, 2, 1, reset all the way down. Relax your body totally, wholly, and completely. Find yourself breathing out deeper and deeper. It's like a full body breath. And as you enjoy that right now, releasing all the way down to your very soles, you find that it's that much easier for you to maintain that state of relaxation as you gently begin sliding over to your right side. Your right hand coming across your left arm inch by inch. You breathe out, relax, release all those muscles all the way through your spine as you continue. Your hand coming to your chest. You can extend your body a bit if you want. Open up that spine, breathe in, breathe out. Reset all the way down. Hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstring, knees, shins, calves, ankles, top, feet, all the way down to your soles. From there, you go ahead, breathe out. Your right hand continue extending and opening on up. It's just like being a flower. Your hands moving away from each other. You can reposition your knees. The slightest breeze makes your fingers just move gently this way and that. Your fingers, your hands, your whole body experience that softness, that suppleness. And you find that you're able to relax even deeper. You breathe out longer. You feel more comfortable. You ask yourself what you came here for. And, well, that sounds like a pretty good reason for it. So you choose to go ahead and just breathe. Exhale. Allow yourself to experience comfort as your knees move down away from your head, extending through your torso, pelvis, thighs, even your hands reaching out further away from each other, opening up across that span. Once again, you breathe in, breathe out, settle all the way down, reset. As you exhale this time, your right knee floats on up towards the ceiling. Opens up into frog pose. Keep the pelvis in underneath the left knee. Floats on up and over. Comes to rest on top of that right leg. Left hand comes over on top of your right. 3, 2, 1. Reset all the way down. Relax your body fully, wholly, and completely. Feel your spine able to move in any manner, any direction. And once again, if you like, you can go ahead and walk your shoulder up, your hips down, extend your spine, open it on up, so that as you breathe out and gently begin rolling to your left side, that left hand coming across, you can go ahead and stop. Anytime you want, relax even deeper. Feel your spine settling into all these positions. That much quicker, that much smoother. You breathe out. It's the WD-40 of the body, and you completely just reset all the way from the top of your scalp all the way down to your soles. You breathe out, your left hand continues on, and your hands reach gently away from each other, literally blossoming once again. You can reposition your body in any manner that you want, and you can go and just reset all the way down. Literally breathe out, relax your hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, soil, hips, pelvis, tailbone, coccyx, lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. Your left knee floats on up. You open on up into frog pose. Keep pelvis in underneath. Right knee floats on up and over. Comes to rest on top of that left leg. Right hand comes over on top of that left. 3, 2, 1. Reset all the way down. You sleep deeper and deeper. Your body relaxes more and more. And you find yourself moving through your day, through your world that much smoother because you maintain the state of relaxation. All you simply do is remind yourself anytime you want to feel that, even now. Relax, go deeper, breathe out, gently begin sliding to your right side. Take a moment, stop, relax your body, breathe out, longer and longer, continue, breathe out, relax, stop. It seems like you could just go on forever, relaxing deeper and deeper. As your hand comes to your chest, you go ahead and reposition your body, make yourself nice and comfortable, reset all the way down. Hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, all the way, so pelvis, lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulder, neck, head, and face. Your right hand continues over to the right hand side. You blossom as your hands reach away from each other, knees down away, extending through your torso, pelvis, thighs. Right knee floats on up. You scoop your pelvis in underneath. Frog pose. Left knee on, up and over. Your left hand continues sliding across. 3, 2, 1. Reset all the way down. Breathe out longer and longer as that left hand continues back across your arm. Relax. Reset that spine releasing. You come to that midpoint. Reset all the way. Breathe out. Be curious. How much can you let go as that left hand continues? Your hands reach out away from each other. Your knees moving down away from your head, extending through your torso, pelvis, thighs. You go ahead and reach up with that left knee, opening on up into frog pose, pelvis in underneath. Right knee continues. One more time. You go ahead and bring your right hand over on top of your left. You go ahead and just reset all the way down. Breathe fully, completely out, and allow your body to just be so relaxed as you gently begin rolling to the right. It's like your spine. It's like a jump rope. It just simply hangs there and moves through all those positions. Your hand to your chest. You just relax even deeper, and your hand continues on. Hands reaching away from each other, knees moving down away from your head. Your body literally just blossoms wide open. From there, you go ahead and bring your knees on up towards the ceiling. Your feet up there by your bottom, slide yourself on up your mats, keep your pelvis in, underneath, lower back to the floor, hands, shoulder blade, shoulder blade. Hands come down by your hips, knees float in towards your shoulders, reach down, up and around, you give yourself a nice warm loving hug, you damn well deserve it. And as you gently rock those knees in one after another, you breathe out. Relax your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, your forehead, eyebrows, scalp, through your ears, back of your head. You take another wonderful breath in, and as you breathe out, just like dominoes, all the way down your spine, through your neck, over through your shoulders, in between those shoulders, tick, 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 into that mid-back. You feel your back just relaxing down into your mat more and more. To that lower back, literally just sinking all the way down into your lumbar, releasing, letting go. Down your coccyx, one of those vertebrae at a time. All the muscles across your backside. Release, let go. All the way down to your tailbone. From there, your hips, your pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, they can start fit all the way down to your soles. You breathe out, you bring your hands in between your knees. You go ahead and bring yourself back into happy baby or any position that you choose. You go ahead and just breathe out longer and longer, and you find that you can move your body in all manners, all directions, all kinds of ways. You choose to move the body in a way that supports you, supplements you, and you just feel better because of it. From that point, you go ahead and bring your feet back on down to your bottom, and then you exhale and gently extend one leg on out, rolling side to side. You open up that hip, open up those ribs, left foot up there by your bottom, knee slightly pointed outward. You slide yourself on up your mat, pelvis scoops in underneath, lower back to the floor. Hands out to either side, roll off to one side, shoulder blade in underneath, roll off to the other side, that other shoulder blade underneath. You can go ahead and slide even further up your mat if you want to relax those back muscles even more. And then imagine yourself sitting on a dock rock bench looking at a beautiful body of water. Crystal clear, beautiful reflections. As a matter of fact, as you look down into it, you see a reflection of yourself. Smiling, happy, peaceful, tranquil. Feeling the way that you choose to feel right now. Literally, how do you choose to feel? As you see that, choose to go ahead and be that. Enjoy that. You go ahead and step into that. Literally step into that being. Well, you being you. You may have to reach out a little further with that right leg. Open up even more. Feel even better. Let it swing gently over towards your left hand. So it comes across your left foot. 3, 2, 1. Reset all the way down. Relax your body fully, wholly, completely. Hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstring, knees, shins, calves, feet all the way down your soles. Tip of your tailbone, out through your coccyx, into your lumbar. Feel all those muscles releasing across your backside, into your lower back, mid-back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. There you go. And then your right foot can continue sliding up towards your left hand. And once it gets on up there, you can go ahead and bring your right hand over on top of your left. 3, 2, 1. Reset all the way down. Relax fully, wholly, and completely. And as you do that, you can allow your body just to settle deeper and deeper to the extent that as you breathe out, you gently begin rolling back over to your other side. And you find that once again, you breathe out and you let that spine just roll in all manners, all ways. And you let your hands reach out away from each other, feet out away from each other. Literally blossoming and opening on up. You exhale, reset once again. Relax your hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstring, knees, shins, calves, feet all the way to the soul. Tailbone, coccyx, one at a time, the muscles through your backside, your lumbar, releasing, letting go. Lower back. You can even climb up your mat a little bit more. Extend through that spine, opening up through that mid-back, shoulders, neck. And from that point, you breathe out, and you let that right foot just go ahead, swing slowly back down on through. Your right foot comes on up to your bottom. You go ahead and extend your left leg on out. And You can go ahead and gently roll side to side, opening up that hip, opening up those ribs. Right foot up there by your bottom knee slightly outward. Slide you up your mat. Pelvis comes in underneath, lower back to the floor. Shoulder blades, one, then the other. Slide yourself even further on up if you want to release those muscles even more through your back. And then you go ahead and breathe out. Enjoy that. And then you go ahead and be yourself. As you breathe out, let that left leg reach out, gently begin swinging over to the right side. It crosses over that right foot. Go ahead and reset all the way down. Relax your hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstring, knees, shins, calves, top feet, all the way down your soul. All the way, hips, pelvis, coccyx, tip your tailbone. There you go. Coccyx, there through your lumbar. It's like your hips, pelvis, they just release even more. Through your lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. And that left foot just continues to slide on up to your right hand. It's like a string, just gently pulling it on up. And then your left hand comes over on top of your right hand where you just reset all the way down. Relax your body fully, wholly, and completely. Breathe out longer and longer. Your spine just settles all the way down. Maintaining that state of relaxation, you gently begin rolling over to your left. Left hand coming across, stop, relax. Go even deeper. Your hand comes to your chest. Reset all the way down. You can slide up your mat, extend that spine if you want to. You can breathe out and let that left hand continue. Hands away from each other. Feet out away from each other. You open all the way across through your core as you breathe out, relax. Reset. Hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstring, knees, shins, calves, top feet, all your soul. Hips, pelvis, tip of your tailbone, coccyx, to your lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulders, neck, head, and face. You breathe out, you let that leg just slowly swing down on through. Turns back on up to your bottom. Your right leg extends on out. Open it up even more and let it swing. It comes across that left foot. Reset all the way down. Let go fully and completely as you let that right foot continue on up to your left hand. Your right hand comes on over on top of your left hand. Breathe out, reset deeper and deeper. Be curious about how relaxed you possibly can be. Have fun with it. And as you do that, you bring your right hand across your right arm. Stop, relax, stop, relax, stop, relax. Reset all the way down. Hips, pelvis, hips, pelvis, lumbar, lower back, mid back, shoulder, neck, and face. Your right hand continues on, opening on up. Hands away from each other, limbs away from each other. Breathe out, reset. Reset over and over and over again. Even as that leg comes down through, you just go ahead and relax deeper and deeper. You breathe out. You find that you can go ahead and just literally create that WD-40 in the body that allows you just to move smoothly. Allow that leg, that limb to gently move. Hands coming over one top of another. Reset all the way down. You choose to relax deeper and deeper, and all these movements become that much smoother for you. As you go ahead and bring both of your feet back on up to your bottom, knees on up towards the ceiling, you go ahead and turn them outwards a bit. Slide yourself up your mat, scoop your pelvis in underneath lower back floor, hands up to the side, shoulder blade. Shoulder blade. From here, you go ahead and slide up even further if you want those shoulder blades deeper. Your hands come down by your hips, knees float in towards your shoulders. You reach down, up and around, give yourself a nice warm love like you deserve it. Gently rock and roll side to side while you relax your face, your eyes, cheeks, jaw, eyebrows in between your forehead, up over your scalp, your ears, back of your head, across your shoulders, the dominoes. Just relax, tick away, down through your neck, one at a time, shutting off, releasing, relaxing, down in between your shoulders, in between those shoulder blades, your spine just sinking down to the floor. Your body relaxing even more as you go ahead and go down to that mid-back and into your lower back. Feel those muscles just simply release in through your lumbar, down your coccyx, all the way down to your tip of your tailbone, releasing through your glutes, down to your hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, shins, calves, top your feet, all the way down to your soul. You go ahead and bring your hands in between your knees, bring yourself back into happy baby. Notice how much easier things are, huh? How quickly things can change when you just simply put your mind to it. When you focus in on change, you become that change. We're going to go ahead. We're going to be doing some changing. In a moment, we're going to bring your feet up and overhead if you choose to. Otherwise, do what you choose to. Bring them on down, breathe in, breathe out. Bring them up and over. Continue to exhale. Relax your body. Your face, eyes, cheeks, jaw, eyebrows, forehead, scalp, ears, neck, shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out longer and longer. There go the dominoes once again, down through your neck, in between your shoulders, mid-back, lower back, lumbar, down through your coccyx, down to your tailbone, hips, pelvis, thighs, glutes, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, left feet all the way down to your soles. And as you continue to breathe out, relax your body even deeper. Remind yourself all the different positions you can put yourself into and know there's even more. As you breathe out, gently bring yourself back down onto your back. You can go ahead and extend your right leg on out as you gently roll side to side, opening up that hip, those ribs. Left foot goes the other leg. Extend that leg on out. There we go. We're at that part, aren't we? You go ahead and bring one foot back on up to your bottom. Slide the other foot on up to your bottom knee slightly out. You go ahead and slide yourself on up your mat. Keep your pelvis in underneath, lower back to the floor. Hands out to either side. Roll up to one side, shoulder blade. Other side, shoulder blade. You can go ahead and slide yourself up even further if you want to. And as you breathe out, gently bring your knees over to one side of your body. Exhale, scoop your pelvis in underneath as your knees come back on up and over to the other side. Breathing out that WD-40. You continue. Now as you do that, you can go ahead and gently begin walking your hips down your mat. Now as you're doing this, exhale, relax your body as much as you possibly can. Hips, pelvis, all the way down to your soles. We're at the get-go. And as you're walking your hips down, go ahead and relax your tailbone, all the muscles across your backside as you relax your coccyx, all those lower vertebrae, making your way on up into your lumbar, even into your lower back. You're walking your hips down and you are literally lengthening your spine. At the same time, you are breathing out. You are not yanking. You are doing this gently. You are just gently tilling the soil, opening up into that mid-back. And as your hips walk down, you can even open into that mid-back in between your shoulder blades. And even all the way on up into your neck if you choose to. Be gentle with yourself. Listen to your body. Know what feels best for you, what does best for you. And choose to do those things. Now at this point, if you want to, you can just simply lie there for a moment, bring your knees on up to the ceiling, scoop pelvis in underneath, and just enjoy your body being in a state of alignment. Allow it just being open. Allow the oxygen, the blood, the healing, the health to flow through. You breathe through your nose deep down into your belly. And you can, as you exhale, you literally see your spine and all those muscles being cleansed. All the tensions releasing, letting go. You purge yourself through and through. Now in a moment, we're going to bring ourselves over onto our stomach. When you do this, I would love for you to exhale, please. By breathing out, your body relaxes that much more and you come into that position that much easier. You keep yourself in time. Go ahead, breathe in. As you breathe out, roll yourself over onto your stomach. Head on your hands. And once again, you go ahead, gently begin rocking those hips side to side, just walking them down your mat. And as you're doing that, you breathe out. You relax your hips, thighs, all the way down to your soles. You relax your tailbone, your coccyx, your lumbar, lower back, mid-back, even into your shoulders, up into your neck. You find your spine opening on up, and once again, oxygen, blood, healing, and health is able to flow through easily and naturally. You open up the connections for your mind signals to reach out to the rest of your body, and they come through that much clearer.
Go ahead, bring your hands in by your ears, elbows by your chest, rise on up into a gentle cobra. Nice and easy. Taking a breath, feeling that energy in through your body. Find yourself, bring yourself back into this place, into this time, while at the same time maintaining that state of relaxation for yourself. You may as well enjoy yourself as you bring your head back down onto your hands, gently walking your hips side to side. If you like to, you can just open up your spine even more. You find you're able to relax deeper and deeper, and you make changes that stay. You go ahead and put hands by your ears, elbows by your chest. Once again, rise on up into a cobra. A little bit more this time. A little bit more extension into that shoulder. You breathe in that energy, that oxygen, that air. Feeling absolutely fantastic. You go ahead and bring yourself back into child's pose. As you do so, you can go ahead and just move those hips out and around in any manner, any way that you choose. Enjoy all that you've created for yourself. From that point, you bring yourself on up to all fours. Same thing. You can rise with that back. You can lower it on down. As you go ahead and do that, you prepare yourself to bring yourself on up into a standing position. By doing that, you go ahead and scoop your toes in underneath. Your chin comes on, or up into downward dog. Excuse me. I was thinking about the video. Bring your chin into your chest. Scoop your toes in underneath. Activate your core. Let your hips just float on up to the ceiling. And from there, you're going to go ahead and just march it on out. Gently opening across your lumbar, lower back. There you go. Hips, pelvis, hamstrings, glutes, all the way down to your calves, ankles, soles. Absolutely fantastic. You go ahead and walk your feet out away from each other. Give yourself a more stable base. So you can walk your hands in towards your feet, drop your bottom, your chin comes on up, squat. You just go ahead and extend yourself on up into a standing position. There you go. How'd it join you? Inhale, let those hands rise on up. Bring all that energy on into you, and then as you exhale, bring yourself all the way back, feeling absolutely fantastic. Wonderful. From here, go ahead and grab your chair. I'll grab mine and we'll continue on. All right, back. Got the chair. Let's go ahead and put that over to the side. You're going to turn your right hand side to it. Eyes on up, shoulder blades down the back. So that way you can go ahead and rotate over to your right side. I have to keep up off this knee a little bit at this moment. As you do so, you're going to let that right hip open on up so that your pelvis can come on through, and it actually gives you a stronger base. From there, you're going to bring your eyes on up, shoulder blades down to that back line. You scoop your pelvis in underneath, so you're opening all the way down through that front line, hip flexor, thigh. Go ahead and activate your left glute, and you're literally going to pull that left hip bone back and around for yourself. Fantastic. From there, keeping your eyes on up, because what happens? Our body follows our eyes, right? So to make this easy for ourselves, bring your eyes on up and allow yourself just to float on up into a triangle position. Fantastic. From here, you're going to keep your chin on up. You're going to keep an arch in your hips, and you're going to actually bring your left hip towards your chair, and your right hip moves away from the back of it. Basically, we're just squaring our hips off to it. From this point, keeping your chin on up, smile, please. It relaxes the body. WD-40. Breathe out. Let your chair slide out away from you. And as you bring yourself down into a horizontal position, pulling your right hip back away from the chair, lift it forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow your hips to easily rock forward and back. And as you do that, you find yourself gaining more stability, more agility throughout your day, throughout your life. The more flexibility you have in your hips, the better. Literally, that's where all of our movement, our foundation comes from. If they're out of whack, it throws everything else out of whack. From here, we're going to go ahead, let our hands come down to the floor. Your left foot slides back behind you. Your chest comes in between your shoulders. Eyes come on up, because the body falls, right? Eyes come up, expand your vision. Breathe in, breathe out, smile. Relax your chest. Relax down through your abdomen, your obliques, your hips, pelvis, down through your thigh. The more that you're willing to just find yourself in just another position rather than in a stretch, the easier this is going to be for you. The more flexibility you have throughout your day. You're going to go ahead and shift your left shoulder blade so that it comes into the back of the rib cage. And then breathe out and allow your left hip to come down towards the floor. You twist your body, you're looking over your right leg. You go ahead and open up your right shoulder, bring your gaze up towards the ceiling, and even gently press out on that right thigh, opening through that hip, giving your pelvis more flexibility, more room to move. Fantastic. From there, you're going to go ahead and bring yourself back into runner stretch. You straighten out your right leg. You rotate over to your left-hand side. Sort out your hip bones. Get them back in the posterior position. Release your hips, pelvis. There you go, hammies, glutes. Then go and just let yourself relax all the way down. Breathe out, and as you do so, remember your head is 10 to 12 pounds. That's plenty of weight to just lengthen your spine. As you breathe out, allow that to happen. More fertile ground, right? You go ahead and you put a bend in your knees, you drop your bottom. Chin comes on up, eyes on up, rise on up. You're going to turn your feet outwards, which brings your hip bones to the posterior side. Scoop your pelvis in underneath, shoulder blades drop back, eyes on up, breathe in, breathe out, smile. There you go. Basically, we just return our body to a neutral position. Walk your feet on in together, we bring ourselves back in behind our chair. So, once again, chin on up, eyes on up, shoulder blades relax down into that back line. You're going to go ahead and rotate over to your left-hand side. So that left hip opens on up, giving yourself room for the pelvis once again. Eyes on up, shoulder blades down and back, pelvis scoops in underneath. You go ahead and open up through that chest, down through that abdomen, hip flexors, thighs. Great, great stuff. Definitely take advantage at the same time you can. Eyes on up, body follows the eyes. You go ahead, float on up in a triangle. Perfect. From here, keeping your eyes on up, arching your hips, you square your hips on off, right? Right hip comes towards the left hip back and away. Breathe in, breathe out, smiles. Let that chair, whatever it may be, slide out away from you. Come down to that horizontal position. Once again, right hip in towards the chair, left hip out away. Breathe in, breathe out, relax them, let them go. Rocking them gently forward and back. You find them just completely releasing for you. And as you do so, you just, once again, you move through your world that much easier. You allow yourself to have a strong, stable foundation, and at the same time, one that is flexible, carries you through all those terrains. Your hands come down to the floor, right foot slides back behind you. Chest comes in between those shoulders, eyes come on up, expand your vision, breathe in, breathe out, smile. And as you do so, relax through your chest, abdomen, thighs, hip flexor thighs, all that good stuff. And you're able to move in so many manners, so many directions. You can even bring your right shoulder blade in the back of your rib cage, let your right hip drop down towards the floor, gazing over that left thigh. Left shoulder opens on up, gaze up towards the ceiling, breathe in, breathe out, smile. Let yourself just settle into that as well. Things repositioning easily and naturally. Bring yourself back into runner stretch. You straighten out your left leg. Rotate over to your right-hand side. Sort out your hip bones, hammies, glutes, all that good stuff. Breathe out. Let your torso just relax down. Your head hangs lower and lower, and your spine becomes longer and longer. You can even breathe out. Bring your right hand over to your left foot. Exhale. Bring your left hand over to your right foot. Bring yourself down to a neutral position. You put a bend in your knees. Drop your bottom. Chin comes on up. Extend your legs. Go ahead and turn your feet on outwards. Pelvis keeps it underneath. Shoulder blades drop down back. Eyes on up. Smile. Go ahead and bring yourself back to a standing position. Walk your feet on in towards each other. Let's go ahead and bring yourself down onto our mats. We'll wrap things on up. Child's pose, please. And as you do so, I hope you enjoy all the things that you've done for yourself during this time. We go ahead and we walk our hands over to our right hand side, opening up those left ribs. I'd like you to think about 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 things that bring a smile to your face, joy to your heart, makes everything worthwhile. And as you think about those things, go ahead and walk your hands over to your left-hand side, open up those right ribs, and I'd like you to think about 3 things you're going to make today terrific. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. Enjoy those. You bring yourself back to a neutral state. Float on up to all fours. And from here, daily affirmation time. I would love for you to complete this sentence for yourself. I am. Anything you choose to be. Yeah, it's all up to you. And by making that choice, you already make that choice each and every day. All kinds of moments. You're always choosing who you be, right? Make that choice the one that you choose. From there, you go bring yourself back onto your knees. Breathe in, let those hands rise on up. Bring yourself right back to a state of gratitude. Grateful for yourself, for taking care of yourself, doing all these wonderful things. And all these wonderful people you get to spend that time with. Breathe in, breathe out, let them hands come floating all the way down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very, very much. It's great having you here. I'll look forward to seeing you in person the next time. Have yourself an absolutely wonderful day. Aloha.